guys, good afternoon. Kristen here. I'm the fabulous football babe. It's Tuesday, almost Christmas time. 20 days left. Just did a whole bunch of Christmas shopping. We're on the way to school. We're gonna talk a few things. First, we're gonna talk about the Monday night flex that everyone was talking about last week. They flexed the Patriots Chiefs game out of Monday night, put it on Sunday afternoon. Makes perfect sense. I am a down and depressed Patriot fan this year, but I hate primetime games. I have to say, I was never a huge Mondo fan. Even Brady years when you were winning them or competitive and all that. It's late. I want to go to bed. The only time I liked primetime games was when I lived in California. Those were the best because those started at like 5:15. Oh my God, what is up with my phone case? They started at 5:15 and they were over by 8:30. Like, it was awesome. Those were great. That Super Bowl was great. That Super Bowl, what was I there for? I was there for 49 and 50. Super Bowl 49, obviously the greatest Super Bowl. But like, that game starts at 3:45. It's awesome. I don't know why everything has to start so late. And everyone's like, oh, we should have the day off. It should be a holiday. Move it to Saturday. Don't move it to Saturday. Don't make it a holiday the next day. Move the game to 4 o'clock Eastern time. Okay? Because you know what? People in California are going to watch the game at 1 o'clock. People in New York are going to watch the game even if it's 4 o'clock. Nobody cares. They're going to watch the Super Bowl. So just move the time. The Super Bowl doesn't have to start at like 6:52 p.m. Eastern time. That's late. I want to go to bed. So I'm fine with it being out of prime time. I'm also fine with this era, new era, new wave Patriots who are horrible on prime time. I mean, obviously this year there's no good time to watch football for Patriot fans. But even in the last couple years, like, the game is on Sunday at 1 o'clock and like, we're going to win 27-10. You play a team on a Monday night and I lose the game like 38-3. Like, it's horrible. Like, this team does not play on prime time. It's like, they're like, I want to go to bed too. I don't know. But so I'm fine with it being off of prime time. Everyone, I can't believe they flexed the Chiefs. I mean, let's face it, it was more about the Patriots. It really isn't a game that's going to be competitive, but I feel like maybe now with my defense and some of this stuff, now that it's on Sunday at 1 o'clock, that game might be competitive. Maybe it is like 17-9, or something. Obviously Chiefs would win, I'm going to say, but like, maybe I'm a little bit more competitive. I got a defense, but like, prime time, that game would be 42-3. I have zero doubt in prime time that game would be 42-3. The first time in the history of the NFL, they've only been allowed to flex out of days for what, like last year and this year or something? Like, it hasn't been long that they can flex the days now. They flex Thursday night, they can flex Monday night. And I have to say, I hate that. I hate it. I hate it when I heard it when they changed the rules. I hate that. It's not fair. It's crap. You really screw over people who are going to the game, who are traveling to the game. It's all wrong. Like, flex a day, I'll give you. You want to go from Sunday night to the Sunday afternoon, and you're going to move a game from Sunday at 1 to Sunday at 8. Like, that's fine. But you should not be allowed to flex the days. Because it is unfair. There's already people being like, oh, like, I had travel arrangements, and I'm a Chiefs fan, and I was coming in for it, and all this stuff, and my flight lands in Boston at like 1:30 on Sunday. You're never going to make that game. I can tell you right now. Boston and Foxborough are not close. I don't know if you can move your flight to Providence. You might make it, but you're just not going to make it. It's just completely unfair. And I know the NFL could give two craps about the fans actually with their butts in the stands. But you know who does? The owners. And I would say now that if you want to flex the day, that those people get a refund on the ticket. They get their money back. And you can put the ticket back up for sale. So that guy who was flying from Kansas City, who is never going to make the game, he can put his, this thing that stinks is like, airlines are never going to give you a flight back. It just stinks. But at least maybe you can get your seat price back and be like, no, and now the Patriots can resell that seat for like probably $8. But you have to give a refund if the NFL flexes the day. Like, if they're like, oh, it was 1 o'clock and now it's 8 o'clock, and you're like, oh, I can't make that. Like, that's the same day. I'm not really gonna put it out there for that, but I think if you want to flex days, because then the owners are never going to want to give a refund. So you know what they're going to do? They're going to tell the NFL you can't flex the days. It's going to kill two birds with one stone. But it sucks. I hate flexing the days. The reason they did not flex Thursday night this week, Patriots Steelers, is because everyone was like, oh, they could have flexed that one too. They can't, because when they made Thursday Night Football every week, there's a game every week. It's in there that every team is going to play a game. So you're going to have some that play more, but you're going to have every team gets a Thursday night game. This Thursday is the Patriots game. It's been the only Thursday night game they had. So you can't flex that one because that's not fair. That's not fair. So the Patriots Steelers game had to stay. You couldn't flex that out of Thursday night. It sucks for Amazon, Thursday night, all that stuff, but like you can't flex that one because it's the Patriots only Thursday night game. So they can't flex it. Again, hate the flex, but I'm fine with the flex this for Chiefs Patriots. Again, I do think now with my defense and Belichick has something on Mahomes. He really does. Even in this craziness, like the times he has played Pat Mahomes, it's been a half, if not into 3/4 of football, that the Chiefs aren't really doing anything. And obviously this year the Chiefs offense isn't moving as efficient as they had been in the past. But Bill Belichick, even in those years, like it has, like even in the Cam Newton year, now I know that game was a little crazy, it was moved to Monday and it was so stupid, COVID year, but like that game was 6-0 in the third quarter, Chiefs, 6-0 going into the third quarter. There was like, I think it was, I don't know, 5-ish minutes left in the third when the Chiefs finally put one in the end zone, and then I think they ended up winning like 20-6 or something. But that game was 6-0 into the third quarter, and that was Cam Newton. The AFC Championship game, everyone wants to talk about the AFC Championship game. They put up a goose egg. The Chiefs put up 0 points in the first half of that game. You want to talk about overtime and how they got screwed in overtime? They didn't put up any points in the first half. Yeah. Belichick seems to have something on Mahomes. So it'll be interesting because, again, this defense, 10 points, the Patriots defense, the last 10 points, 6 points, all losses. Like, this is beyond pathetic. It is so depressing. I love football. I love the Patriots. I'm going to watch it, but this is getting tough to watch. And I feel for the defense because even after the Giant game, when they lost 10-7 and there were guys going out being like, oh, I know we gave up 10 points and we still lost. So now we have to give up 0 points. Like, that's the defensive mindset. It's like, I'll just give up no points and then we'll win. And then even just last week, it's like, well, we didn't give up any touchdowns, but now we got to score. Like, we got to get the ball and score. Next time we get a pick or a fumble, like, we have to score. Like, it's so depressing. Zappy is not the answer. This is so depressing. But I feel like maybe now that it's going to be Sunday afternoon, that kind of keep an eye on it. That game, you're gonna turn it on. It's going to be, 2 minutes to go in the third. And you're like, what do you mean that game is like, yeah, it's 10-6 Chiefs. Like, that's it. That's crazy. How is that even happening? And then, I think they're going to win the game, but I feel like if the game stayed on Monday night, the game would be 42-3. So at least maybe now it looks close. What is that? Okay. I think every Patriot, like, I've accepted that this is a bad season a long time ago. I can't root for like a tank, like an official tank. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you get all the players in the locker room to tank. I just don't see it. I don't know how they're, I'm not going to root for it. But I'm not mad they lost the game at the end of the day. Because if you, like, let's say you won the Giant game, you won the Command. Like, let's say they won all 3 of those games. So now instead of being 2-10, you are 5-7. 2-10, I have the number 2 pick in the draft right now. 5-7, I mean, I'm in the playoff hunt, for God's sakes, and I'm probably right now I'm in the teens. Like, I need help. So I'm fine with the losses. It's just so hard to watch them. It's so hard. And it's hard because 31 other franchises, I know you guys are out there, 31 other teams are just loving this. But to think that this season, this abysmal season for the Patriots, is erasing or changing anything that happened in 2001 to 2019, you're out of your mind. And for all the fans being like, oh, you guys living in the past. Living in the past. They won Super Bowl 53. We are on Super Bowl 57. Okay? Not that long ago, Super Bowl champion. So I'm not living in the past. Okay? Like, not yet. I get to still relish in some of that and all that. But I'm all for the higher draft pick. I think some big changes need to come. Some serious personnel changes need to happen here in New England. You've got tons of cap money. You're just never going to get anyone to come here if everything stays the same. Who's coming here? Give me one player that's going to come here. Nobody. So that's my Patriot rant. It's tough to watch for no one paying attention. Again, 10 points, 6 points, and they're 0-3. Like, that is, I don't even, what's beyond bad, right? It's beyond bad. Okay, so last night, Monday Night Football, Jaguars-Bengals. Honestly, a great game, right? A really great game. Sucks for Trevor Lawrence. Seems like it's not, over the top serious. He was walking. He had a little crutches, I guess, but it's not really, there's no boot. There was nothing on it last night. So maybe it is just a little bit of a sprain and it just kind of hit it the right way last night and he just kind of went down scared or something. Hopefully he's okay. I don't know if the AFC can take one more quarterback going down. I mean, this is getting out of control. But good for the Bengals. The Bengals won. The Bengals won in overtime. It was a crazy game. Honestly, I put it on the Jags defense because Trevor Lawrence went down. Trevor Lawrence went down in like the fourth quarter with minutes to go in a tie game. Like, this was not, oh, he was out at halftime or something. I mean, your defense really, big time, primetime game. Here you go. Eyes of the world on you. You couldn't quite do it. I don't know. And again, I think the Bengals are better than their record says. And even without Joe Burrow, Browning looked really good. But still, come on, Jacksonville. You want to play with the big boys. You want to be in with the big dogs in the NFL. You got to win that game at home. I mean, you need to win that game. First place in the AFC on the line. If you won that game, you're in first place. You're the number 1 seed in week 13. At the end of week 13. Like, that's crazy. Couldn't get it done. The AFC is, I don't even know. I mean, everyone's talking about this could be the easiest road to the Super Bowl for Pat Mahomes that he's ever had in his life. Again, no one else, you don't want to see anyone go down, but good grief. I mean, the quarterbacks he has to go through now the AFC is bad. You got the Dolphins right now are still the number 1 seed. The Dolphins haven't beat anybody with a winning record since like last September. September of 2022. They beat the Bills. That was the last time they went and won against a winning record. So I don't know who's shaking in their boots about the Dolphins. Not saying they can't do it, but beat these guys. Again, same as Jacksonville. You want to be a big dog, Miami? You want to play with the big boys? Beat them. Their win percentage against teams with a winning record is .311, and their winning percentage against teams with a losing record is like .718 or something. It's ridiculous. But you can't beat the big guys. Like, beat the big dogs. Win these games. Obviously, I think the Ravens might be the favorite in just overall ones. And honestly, it's surprising how under the radar they're flying. Anytime I'm watching, and maybe other people are like, oh, all they talk about is the Ravens. I don't know. A lot of people are talking about the NFC on some of the shows I watch. But when they're talking about the AFC, they're still talking about Mahomes and the struggles. They're talking about Tua. They were talking about Jacksonville. No one really super talking about the Ravens. Steelers, obviously, Kenny Pickett's out, so I think they're going to fall out of the hunt. They're kind of like the Patriots. This Thursday night game, honestly, might be a defensive one for the ages. Like, this game could very well be 3-0, and it's just a matter of who got close enough or whose kicker can boot one or maybe a turnover or something. But these defenses are going to go at it, and this could be somewhat enjoyable if you want to watch defense. If you just want to watch touchdowns, probably don't watch on Thursday night. But the Steelers defense, just like the Patriots, are doing that, but the offense just can't do anything. You get Cincinnati kind of sitting there, Cleveland, Joe Flacco coming in. Obviously, they lost to the Rams, but maybe with Joe Flacco, they can get something. They're still in the hunt. Denver's in the hunt. Houston's in the hunt. So you got a bunch of teams in the hunt that really could make some noise. And that's the best part about the NFL playoffs, right? Is like literally the Houston Texans or the Denver Broncos are going to be a 7th seed, and they're going to run the table, and they're going to run right through everybody and go to the Super Bowl, right? But it looks like Pat Mahomes might have an easy road. And that sucks, because you should at least be playing competition. Maybe Josh Allen will beat them. Who knows? But I think the AFC is wide open. I think the NFC belongs to the Eagles and the Niners. I know the Eagles were completely exposed by the 49ers on Sunday. Like, completely exposed. That game wasn't close. But you still, they're still 10-2. They're still a great football team. Losses happen to everybody. Yeah. So they're still up there. The Cowboys making noise. So maybe it's a 3-team race in the NFC. I don't fully trust the Lions. I want to trust the Lions. I want the Lions to make some big noise. I would love to see San Francisco, Detroit in the NFC Championship game or something. I'm just not sure I can. I'm just not sure. I feel like the Lions are just going to break a heart. I think they're just going to break your heart. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Subscribe to my channel. Again, I'm the Fabulous Football Babe. I love chatting football with you guys. It's so sad it's December 5th and it's almost over. I don't even want to talk about it. They had countdowns all on CBS pregame. 70 days to the Super Bowl, and they're so excited. And I was like crying. I was like, it's only 70 days. It goes so fast. But hope you guys have a good week. I'll be back again. Maybe I'll have something to say on Friday, depending on what happens on Thursday night. Maybe, yeah, who knows? Maybe something crazy happens. They got Belichick on the promo next to TJ Watt. If Belichick suits it up and gets on the field, I promise you, I will post on Friday and talk about it. Hope you guys enjoy your football this week. We'll talk college football. I'm going to do that on Thursday. My next pickup day is going to be on Thursday. We're going to talk college football because, oh man, do people have some stuff to say about that. So I hope you guys have a good week, and I'll see you later.